Hello, my dear students. Very good morning to all of you. I welcome to this TYBSc online lectures. Myself, Dr. S.J. Konda, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, KJ Somaiya College, Kopargaon. As you know, all of you, the whole country is facing the COVID-19 pandemic situation, so that the students are unable to attend the college, and with this situation, the KJ Somaiya College, Kopargaon and Department of Chemistry started the online lectures of TYBSc Chemistry. So here I am today in front of you to discuss new course, that is Industrial Chemistry, that is course number CH335 Industrial Chemistry. Industrial Chemistry. As you know, all of you, this TYBSc Chemistry has 6 subjects, that is of core subjects of chemistry. The first one is physical chemistry, second is inorganic chemistry, and third one is organic chemistry, fourth one is analytical chemistry, fifth one is which is industrial chemistry, that is course number 335, and the last one which is elective one, which we have dairy and agri chemistry for our college. So here, as you know, this TYBSc Chemistry, the revised structure of 2015 with effective from June 2015. So this third year has 2 semesters, semester number 3 and semester number 4. So this is the course 335 Industrial Chemistry, means this is a 5th subject, 5th course of TYBSc Chemistry, in which semester 3 has CH335 Industrial Chemistry and semester 4 has again 345 Industrial Chemistry. Okay. So here I am going to discuss the syllabus of Industrial Chemistry that we are going to study in this semester. Okay. Topics which I want to discuss here. This semester has 6 topics. Number 1, modern approach to chemical industry. The first chapter is to chemical industry, having 8 lectures of weightage. Okay. Second, agrochemicals. Second of agrochemicals, which having 8 lectures of weightage. And third one, manufacture of basic chemicals. Manufacture of basic chemicals, having 8 lectures of weightage. Fourth one, which is of petrochemicals. You can say here petrochemicals, and eco-friendly fuel. Eco-friendly fuels, having of 8 lectures of weightage. Fifth one, which is food and starch industry. Food and starch industry, having of again 8 lectures of weightage. And the last one, which is cement and glass industry. Cement and glass industry, having again 8 lectures of weightage. So these are the 6 topics which are included in this semester. As you know, as we can see, the whole 6 topics which are completely related to the industries, or industrial chemistry which are in the society. As you know, as the completion of BSc or we can say higher education of PG of chemistry, most of the industries, they required employees backbone from the chemist, because as you know, chemistry is the backbone of all the industries. Chemistry is the backbone of all the industries. Means what? For any industry you require the process. For any industry you require the certain R&D. For any industry you require the HR. It means what? This chemistry which required process, operations, everything, which you should have the basic idea of knowledge of the chemistry. Therefore, this chemistry is a backbone of all industries. So, in these 6 topics, we are briefly going to be see what the exactly within these 6 topics which we are going to study in this semester. Now, first topic is modern approach to chemical industry. This is a basic topic, important topic. Without this topic, we are, you can say, once you study this topic, once you understand this topic, you have the idea about what the industries can have. The broad idea about industries means how the industries can be established, all the things which can be studied from the modern approach to the chemical industries. Means what? This modern approach to chemical industry, it includes the basic requirement of any chemical industry, means what you need for establish an industry. If you want to establish any industry, whether it is chemical industry or any industry, what the basic requirements are there. Means what? How the chemical production is there. Means if you want to prepare any product or a material, you require the production unit. And what is meant by unit operations? How the operations are done? What is meant by unit process? What is meant by quality of a product, quality control? How the quality of product is controlled by this particular unit? Quality assurance. And R&D, research and development, HR, human resource, means the employees can be recruited with that particular department. Safety measurements, very important issue in case of the chemical industry or any other industries. First of all, you require the safety measurements. And finally, intellectual property rights. IP rights means what industry it has, which type of rights that product on copyright can be obtained by the industry. So that is that we are going to discuss in the chemical, that is approach to the modern approach to the chemical industry. Okay. Now second, agrochemicals, we are familiar about it. Agrochemicals means what? The chemicals required for agriculture. For means what? The chemicals required for agriculture in case of crop growth, or if a certain insecticides are there. The terms we are going to study: insecticide, herbicides, plant growth regulations. What are the advantages of agrochemicals? What are the disadvantages of agrochemicals? In the market available certain agrochemicals are there: BHC, DDT, endosulfan. This we are going to study the synthesis, applications, what the chemical structures of these chemicals, what are the classification of these agrochemicals. The basic idea of agrochemicals, that we are going to study in the topic of the agrochemicals. Okay. And the third one, manufacture of basic chemicals. This is also very important topic. As you know, for any chemical industry, even in the laboratory also, you require certain basic chemicals. What are the 3 basic chemicals? 3 basic chemicals are ammonia, sulfuric acid and the nitric acid. Ammonia, sulfuric acid and the nitric acid. These are the 3 basic chemicals which we are going to complete study of these 3 basic chemicals in an industrial level. Means what? In industry level, how these are prepared. What is the procedure preparation of ammonia? Modified Bosch-Haber process. What are the requirement? What are the basic raw material? How it is synthesized? What is the process? How the flow sheet is there? And finally, applications. It means ammonia, the first basic chemical of ammonia, which is prepared, manufactured by the modified Bosch-Haber process, that we are going to see in industrial level. And the second one, sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is also very important basic chemical for any industry, even in the laboratory also. Most of the industries are measured by the consumption of the sulfuric acid. If more consumption of sulfuric acid is there, we can say that, generalization, it is say that industry is in the growth level. More consumption of sulfuric acid, more development of that industry is there. One generalization statement is there. So therefore, sulfuric acid is also very important basic chemical. How that is prepared? It is prepared by the contact process. It is prepared by the contact process. Actually, there are two processes are there: lead chamber process and the contact process. That we are going to see how initially we have to compare which one is the most beneficial and most favorable process. Out of that, the process which we are going to see in the manufacture of sulfuric acid, that is contact process. What we are going to say again? Raw material, what is the reaction, basic process, how the flow sheet is there, and finally application of sulfuric acid also. And the last one, third basic chemical, nitric acid also. Same thing which we are going to study. What is the basic chemical? Nitric acid. What is the basic requirement? What are the raw materials? How the process is there? How it is flow sheet? How flow sheet is there? And finally, applications. Means what? In case of manufacture of basic chemicals, we are going to study three basic chemicals of ammonia, sulfuric acid and the nitric acid. Okay. In the fourth chapter, petrochemicals and eco-friendly fuel. This is also very important. Nowadays, it's very important. More pollution we are causing, air pollution, because of certain vehicles on the road, by car, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, all the things. There are going to be more pollution. That we have to minimize, reduce. What is meant by petrochemicals? What is the basic definition is there? And how the petrochemicals can be converted into eco-friendly fuels? What are the eco-friendly fuels are there which can be used for the society, for the human society? All these things which we are going to study in the eco-friendly or petrochemicals and eco-friendly fuels. And the next one, fifth one, which is food and starch industry. Nowadays, this becomes the more important. Food and starch industry. Food industries. How the food industry is more, we can say how it is more, we can say effective. In case of most of the food materials, they are preserved. They are preserved. In case of any food material, how the material can be preserved for long duration. What are the techniques for food preservation? Different components for food preservation or food material, food industry, as well as starch industry. Starch is also the same. Which type of starch and what type of starch is there? How the starch can be synthesized? What is the basic raw material? All these things which we are going to study in the food and starch industry. And the last one, which is cement and glass industry. Cement and glass, which we are familiar about it. Cement means the material which is mostly required for any construction purpose. What is the physical definition? The cement is a material, if it is mixed with the water, it will get a rigid material. That is a physical definition. Stone-like structure. But what we are going to study? We are going to study the cement physical structure. Chemical structure is more important. Chemical structure. What are the chemical components of the cement? What are the types of the cements? What are the applications of the cements? And likewise, glass. Glass, we know again. What is the chemical composition of glass? What is the structure of the glass? What are the types of the glass? And finally, what are the applications of the glass which we are going to study in this topic of the cement and the glass industry. Okay. So, with these 6 chapters which we are going to study in this semester, I hope you understand. Here I will stop here. In the next lecture, directly we start the topic. Thank you. Thank you so much.